So I'm bringing out intestines now. This is a living thing, not. So we're looking at intestines, and they're all empty because everything's coming back up because he's got an obstruction. Now, we're going to go back this way because we know whatever the problem is going towards the stomach. Here we go. Right here. Okay, some sterile water. Let's go. Scalpel blade. So we're going to try to get this out from one way. So I think we do here. Okay, some sterile water. Let's go. Let's give it some more. Okay, so. Now we're trying to make this incision as small as. Yeah, we're going north. Hold on. Lean it out so. Okay. Okay, we need to change those drapes. Give me another pair of gloves. Get some fluids and let's. Yeah. And get 12 cc's. Put 2 cc's of Genocin in it, and the rest. And we're going to put it in the abdomen when we're done here. So now we're going to sew up this intestine. Now sometimes there's so much damage and it's been there so long that we have to remove part of the intestine. That's not the case today. Like that, right there. And adjust the lights for me, please, Mario. What would have happened if this was neglected? The intestine would have finally decayed because of the presence of that, and then it would have ruptured and the dog would have died of peritonitis. So this is a life-saving surgery.
Today we have exploratory. We didn't know what happened with the dog today. So we opened the dog to figure out what happened. We find in the dog a little plastic or rubber toys. The dog was very well, is waking up right now, and everything is doing good.
Okay, there we go. Now
Hi, Dr. Good.
So this is our little kitty that got rescued out of a tree.
Yeah.
And now we're going to have surgery, right? Because we want to make sure we don't have more kitties that can be get up in trees.
And she had an upper respiratory, and
she's let me listen to that
better for that.
I'm so glad that everything's turned out so well, and the medication we're on has cleared up. We don't have a pneumonia anymore, and I mean, with everything that she's been through, that's amazing, and I'm so glad to that point. But now we got to get her fixed. Why do another visit? Has she been fed this morning?
No.
Good. Well, let me just go. Look at her and examine her, and we'll look at some things, and then if everything looks fine, then we'll leave her and we'll do surgery.
Right.
And she'll be much better off without kittens. So Dr. Murray and I are going to take her in there and we're going to look at it and we'll be right back in. I'm going to run a few simple little tests to make sure she's healthy enough for surgery.
Okay.
And we'll be right back. This little kitty was up in a tree for days and days. And so we just want to make sure it wasn't a runaway cat or whatever. So we're just going to We're gonna take our clippers and we're gonna shave a little bit here and make sure that hasn't already been fixed. Okay, because if it's already been spayed, because there could be that possibility. Feral cats get captured in rural areas, they're spayed or neutered, and then they're re-released and let them just live in the community until something eats them or they live to be 20 years old. So we're just gonna go ahead and clip this here. So you just kind of, I'm gonna do it away from me. Yeah. So we'll all discover this together. Okay. Now, this is something that happens. That's a tattoo. This is what happens when rescue groups capture a feral cat and they have them fixed so they can't reproduce, because we have a lot of cats. And what they do is they take some dye and they make a little tattoo. So this will be there forever. That tells us she's already been fixed. So we just saved this owner a lot of money of us not going in there and opening the cat up and saying, oh my God, this cat's already been fixed. So this rescue group, and it just shows you how this organization of caring people in our society works, that they're all kind of looking after the next person. So by identifying this, we don't have to put this kitty under anesthesia yet. So this is a good day.
All right.
And it couldn't happen to two nicer ladies, because they went to a lot of effort to make sure this kitty's in a loving place. So let's go back in and give them the good news. Okay? So we drew some blood, we're gonna run some tests, but then we figured we might as well go ahead and, on the outside chance that some rescue group had found her earlier, spayed her and re-released, TNR, trap, neuter, and release, she might already be fixed, and we don't put you through a lot of that effort. So we shaved, and look what we found, a little green line. But this tells us she's already been fixed. So we don't have to put her through it. Now, I still like the idea of running the blood test, and I'll let you know if we find anything unusual. With everything she's been through, I want to make sure we're a healthy cat. I mean, this has been a long line of people that really care.
It really has, because she was rescued from a tree.
Yeah.
And
this guy who's retired, and how many did you say? You told me.
well, he'd already decided that he was going to make sure that she found a home, and he had her go to a foster home.
Oh.
And I contacted him, and he gave me the name of the foster, and was really happy that she was going to find a home forever.
Oh, that's great. And of course, that foster home probably happy too.
Yeah.
This week's Pet of the Week is a boxer named Nichols. Nichols is very loyal. She will sit next to you without even asking. Nichols also happens to have 4 other siblings if you want to keep your pet's family together. There are 2 more brown dogs available and 2 that are black and white that all need a loving home. Contact the Homeless Pets Foundation's website for more information, or call the number on your screen for other pets looking for a loving home. All adoption fees, shots, and registrations have been paid for by Dr. Good and his foundation. To donate, click on the link below. All donations are sincerely appreciated.